Hi everyone, it's Adrian. This is going to be a walkthrough of the Circo Tarot by Marisa de la Pina. I recently got this in a trade from Rose of Dance of the Soul Tarot. I'm so happy that I was able to get this because I wasn't expecting to at all. The deck is a Rider-Waite-Smith based deck, and the color scheme has a high pastel vibrancy. And the colors are even more amplified with the high gloss, which also adds to the texture and the thickness of the cards. I would say that it does work very well with matters of the heart, and it is a very jovial, upbeat type of deck. It is more of it has a personality of its own, even though decks do have that. It's very, I would say, aquatic and watery with the imagery and the color scheme, the overall energy of the deck. So I really do love it. Most of my astrological chart is in Scorpio, although I am a Libra, so I feel like that can add to the reason of why I connect so well. I know that this is going to be an everyday deck, but I was expecting it to be a deck that I would use a lot in the warmer weather, which we are gradually passing, especially in the New England area where it's getting very cold. I have been using it nearly every day for almost every reading that I've been doing. So I do have multiple decks, so I do like to switch off, but I'm very fortunate to be able to connect so well with it, because sometimes when the colors don't match or the imagery doesn't really match with me, then I tend to not gravitate towards the deck a lot. But I am the person to go towards muted colors, and I love very colored decks, but sometimes it can be very bright for me and I'm not really into that. So this is the Little White Book. It's published by the Tightrope Press in Los Angeles. There's also the artist's websites. She does have an Instagram too. And by the way, I love how the yarn goes with the yarn on the tarot bag. Not exactly the same color, but it's still cool, and it's bound, and it feels like somebody made it because, well, I do believe that she made it, because I'll get to the the tarot bag in a second, but some of the pages are folded in. Not quite getting one, but you know, when you fold a page in half, I think it's this one. Yeah. So I love how it greets you in the beginning. That's so sweet. I don't usually see that. And I do appreciate in the Major Arcana how the Fool appears after the World card, which the Fool, you start with the Fool, you end with the Fool, but it does give more of an indication if this is like a first deck for somebody. So as you can see, the meanings there are reversed, so the synonyms and antonyms, she does have descriptions of the suits in the beginning and before getting into the actual cards. And she does the same with the court cards, with the synonyms and antonyms. She does describe how to use the cards overall, and then she gets into spreads, which is the 3-card spread and also the Celtic Cross. Sorry, guys. Which I like the color scheme with it being black. As I was saying with the tarot bag, I love the tarot bag. I love tie-dye. I love these colors with the pink and then a burgundy. So this was actually given to me by Rose, and she did give me rosebuds too, so that was really clever. I love it. I've seen other tarot bags by the artist, and she made them by hand, and each of them are different. So this definitely fits me, and I don't have a tarot bag like this. I'm sorry, I always wipe my lipstick on my upper part of my hand because I'm not like a makeup artist, so I'm always trying to fix things. But this is the back. There is what is it called? A different colored back. Like the patterns here would be a different texture. I think it would be, what is it? I'm not thinking about the name, but it's like a different texture and color to this. But this is, I believe this is the cheaper version. So with my deck walkthroughs, they're not in order because I like to keep it interesting, at least in my opinion. So I'll do this actually. I just love when they have houses in the deck. It's kind of like my thing. Because I love the idea of home. I'm a very homey person, which I have mentioned. I've been getting the Page of Pentacles a lot. The energy is somewhat similar to my Osho Zen, which is why I feel like I could use it on a day-to-day basis too, because it's a peaceful deck and it's a universal type of deck where you can use it for any type of reading that you'd like. But specifically, since I've been going through a lot of transitions, that's why I said matters of what you would want, the matters of the heart. And it says it in a very peaceful, calm, optimistic way, which is great because, like, even though you want an upfront answer, which this will give you, it's not going to be, I don't want to say in a demeaning way, but I'm not really thinking about another word to use. And I love how it does get a Western vibe from the deck. Western vibrations. I don't like abbreviating. I love the baby blue here too. I just love the color scheme. Because this looks like an Aquaman to me. I know Katie Flowers loves this deck too. Also, I feel like there are a lot of funny pictures in here because you can just kind of get the personality from the archetypes that are used, and even the dog. Like, it has a look of its own. And I feel like I'll use it even more, even though I keep saying I'll use it on a day-to-day basis, when I eventually move with my parents to California. Because, well, I like saying that I'm from New Jersey because I'm happy that I'm from New Jersey, but then they moved to California and then I moved up to New England. And if you guys don't know what New England is, because I didn't know in the beginning, I thought that was the full name of England, like in Europe. It's actually the northeastern states, some of them. And there are a couple acrobatic type of cards. And I like how there's a sense of flexibility there too. Oh, this reminds me, well, this is the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Knives. And you could see that the head, can you? Even got one in the throat. But I love the Empress card. It kind of reminds me of a Princess Bubblegum type of card, even though it doesn't look like her. This looks like a fish too. I've been getting this card a lot. And with this one, I think that's funny because she's like, no. Because this baby blue used to be my favorite color that I would paint my nails. I don't get a lot of nail polish. I try to like use all the nail polish that I have until I need to get more. So it's the same colors. I'd like to invest in different ones, but I'm not much of a beauty type of purchaser. I don't know. It's just even the sad cards, they look happy. Like, they kind of look sad. Well, they are, but I feel like any card can be an optimistic card, but regardless, it's not too much for this deck. I've been getting this card a lot. There are elemental associations there too. I love this Six of Cups. I keep saying that I get this card a lot, but I get this card a lot. This was at the bottom of the deck when I was when I first did it. I first shuffled the deck and then I got that card. And it's also really pleasant because, well, for me to use, because of the water theme, and I am going to be moving near the water for my next job. Well, sorry, I like to film on my bed because it's a really nice angle because I don't have a lot of places where I can film. This one kind of looks psychedelic. It's interesting with the wings being scaly. This is the card that I got for my first card. So I hope that you guys like the cards. It kind of feels like it's a modern deck, but it's not a modern deck. I don't really know what else to describe it as right now. I'm sure it'll come to me after this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.